the grace we enjoy, the groans we endure. Now here it comes, the glory we expect. That's verse 18.
Oh, man.
I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Now, folks, that's what the 8th chapter of Romans is all about. There's not a greater chapter in all of the Bible than the 8th chapter of Romans. Now, you see, folks, we've been prepared for glory. We've been prepared for glory by the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. That is the gospel. That is the gospel. Not just simply by trying to be better people. Salvation doesn't come by learning lessons from the life of Christ, but by receiving life from the death of Christ. Do you understand that? So, we are prepared for glory, but watch this. Look in verse 28. Not only are we prepared for glory, but we are predestined for glory, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, who are the called according to his purpose, for whom he did foreknow. He also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he, God's Son, might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. He puts it in past tense. It's as good as done. You know what predestined means? It means settled. I mean, it means settled. In the heart and mind of God, it is settled. And friend, what has been decreed in heaven cannot be annulled by hell. And it cannot be annulled by humanity. Because predestined means it's done. I have been prepared for glory. The death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus did that. I am predestined for glory. The death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus did that. And friend, I therefore must be preserved for glory. Look, if you will, now in this same chapter, beginning in verse 31. What shall we say to these things? Friend, if God be for us, who can be against us? He that spared not his own Son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? If God loved us enough to give Jesus, he'll give anything else we need. And now he asks this question: who shall lay anything to the charge of God's elect? It is God that justifieth. Who is he that condemneth? It is Christ that died, yea, rather, that is risen again. Notice the word "it is" in italics. Italics mean that's been supplied by the translator to make it read more smoothly. In this case, it doesn't make it read more smoothly. He's asking,